What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Well, Mr. Elon Musk gave me emotional damage. Himself is back, and this is, of course, the Assassin's Creed game director. Let's see. He does a fair bit of cringe right here, not only admitting that DEI is killing the game, but also doubling down on it because that's just what they do. So this is Mark Alexis Côté admitting, of course, that the interjection of DEI into Assassin's Creed Shadows is not only harming the game's potential, but that they're going to just go ahead and do it no matter what the critics of it say. So this all comes from Eurogamer, by the way. Same outlet we saw one of their writers who just tried to gaslight everyone by trying to say that these grifter consultancy agencies don't do what we think they do. Made an appearance here at the BAFTA event, of course, where he's a little bit freer to talk. He said that Ubisoft's DEI policies can influence how our games, or rather how gamers are perceived, but rather than shy away from those conversations, we should see them as an opportunity. Here's where he's attempting to gaslight people. It says Assassin's Creed has always been about exploring the full spectrum of human history, and by its very nature, that history is diverse. Staying true to history means embracing the richness of human perspectives without compromise. Staying true to history, the alternate history was that of the Isu, a fictional civilization that existed before. It's entirely different than all of a sudden having people of different races and ethnicities do things in history that they did not. For example, he says in Assassin's Creed Shadows, we highlight figures both fictional, like Naoe, a Japanese warrior woman, and historical, like Yasuke, the African-born samurai. While the inclusion of a black samurai in feudal Japan has sparked question and even controversy, Naoe, as a fictional character, has also faced scrutiny for her gender. Because you made her an underage lesbian when ninjutsu were men, and it was specifically that the female gender were Kanochi, and you don't even pay attention to that historical accuracy. Then commenting on her saying that, but just as Yasuke's presence in Japanese history is fact, that someone named him, what he did is still a little bit nebulous, and only one of the many journals even mentions him being a sword holder. So too are the stories of women who defied societal expectations and took up arms in times of conflict. So while both Naoe and Yasuke's stories are works of historical fiction, they reflect the collision of different worlds, cultures, and roles. And their inclusion is precisely the kind of narrative that Assassin's Creed seeks to tell, one that reflects the complexity and interconnectedness of our shared history. That, again, was done through ancient artifacts and the ancient civilization. And I would also add that the last 3 games have had, like, canon female protagonists, unless you count Mirage, which, of course, is a side game, not a mainstream game. Côté then pulled out the oh god, here we go. Of it's always been woke. In this case, it's always been diverse. Woke and diverse are not the same thing. Woke and progressive are not the same thing. So no, Assassin's Creed has surely not always been woke. And yes, excuse me, I'm dying of the bullshit they just tried to shovel down my throat. The most famous Assassin's Creed is Black Flag. Adewale is a character who, by the end of that, also ends up joining the Assassins, and he has a lovely bit of DLC called Freedom's Cry. No one called that racist or pandering or on the nose because it was earned and it was appropriate and everyone liked it. That wasn't woke. That was progressive and timely. This is forced ideology, not because they actually think it's great to tell these stories, but because they're forced to, literally because of their corporate investment masters that say they have to hit so much of a target so they can get their easy ESG money. So, and they're literally forced to because all of these companies have forced diversity mandates. So they couldn't not do it if they wanted to. So yeah, that's the whole it's always been woke thing shot down. From Altair to Aveline de Grand Prix to Rahut to Hagon. Yeah, none of that was woke. All of those progressives talking about the Native American assassin from the third one, or the half French, half black, which by the way had a slave persona in that game in Liberation. So yeah, gross misunderstanding of what it was. You get the idea. So to be clear, our commitment to inclusivity is grounded in historical authenticity and respect for diverse perspectives, even though that is not the reason they're doing it. Holy hell, he went on a long one here. Attacking critics of inclusion as alongside these deep-rooted franchise values is our commitment to recognize and listen to legitimate criticism. Right, and that's the whole point, though. We've given them plenty of legitimate criticism. And that has all been dismissed as racism. You can see here the current climate is tough on our creative teams. They face lies, half-truths, and personal attacks online. I could say the same thing about our side. When the work they pour their hearts into is twisted into a symbol of division, you did the broken Tory gates, not me. It's not just disheartening, it could be devastating. What keeps me going is the resilience born out of the conviction that I see our teams every day. Bro, stop it. With your $20 million loss to take out the rap music that your team put in simply because Yasuke is black. All right? And you get the idea. The rest of these pages are all him calling everyone a racist and dismissing all of the outright and correct criticism that they've gotten for all the things we have previously mentioned. Look at this. Continuing over here. Yeah, you get the idea. I won't punish you all with what is essentially a propaganda piece at this point. Delayed till February. Black History Month. Can't wait to see if they've taken out all the patronizing dialogue and the rap music that's on the nose. You let me know what you think about all this. Be sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.